everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dale Lynn, better known as Queen Dale's on social media. It has been a long time since I saw your face and you saw mine. I'm back shooting videos again for you guys, and it has been, I want to say, almost 3 years since my last video, like my last sit down, and then before that it was like 4 or 5 years since. So it's been a while since we sat down together and just chatted about stuff. Last time I was on, I think the last video I left off on, I was talking about my kidney donation and preparing to have a kidney transplant surgery in April of 2021. And here we are a little bit past 3 years later, and I did it. I donated my kidney, and I want to tell you all about that, but you're going to have to stick around for another video later on. So I cannot wait to tell you guys all about the kidney donation, what that process was like, how I'm doing, what's going on now since I did the transplant. So yes, look forward to another video to talk all about that. Speaking of another video, I kind of want to break down everything that's going on in separate videos because it's so much, but I'm going to give you a little bit of glimpses of some of the things that I've experienced. So obviously I've had the kidney transplant. I have continued to keep my weight off. Originally I lost 140 something pounds. I'm at 131, 132, depends on the day, and I've been able to keep the weight off. And I want to talk to you guys about that. And when I first started my YouTube channel, it was strictly just to document my weight loss journey. My goodness, so much has happened. I have grown so much wisdom, so much life experience that I want to share with you guys. And so I want to continue to broaden my channel to be about my faith, my family, my fitness journey, a little bit of fashion. So I want to talk to you guys about all of that stuff because I feel like just keeping myself in this small box, just talking about fitness, doesn't allow me to share all of the amazing things that I have a wealth of knowledge about. I'd say that my therapist was the person that actually got me back on YouTube. One of the things that she has been encouraging me to do is to fill my joy tank, to find things that I love to do that bring me joy. And I couldn't think of anything better than talking. So yeah, that brings me joy. And I wanted to not just talk and ramble. Y'all know those videos where people are like going on and on and on, and you're thinking to yourself, sis, this could have been a 10-minute or a 5-minute video, but this is a 40-minute video, and it don't have to be. I'm gonna try not to bring too many of those to you. I really want to make sure that the important things are being said, but I don't want to miss out on anything. I want to make sure that I'm being true to myself and giving you all of the wealth of information that I've gained over the past couple of years. One of the biggest changes also in my life is I graduated from college. Yes, I got my degree in general studies and with a focus in science, math, and humanities. I always have to think before I say that. So what does that mean? Like, what can I do with that degree? A whole lot of stuff. I mean, I could literally start pursuing things in like sociology, a little bit of psychology. I could work for a PR firm. I can literally do a lot of stuff with that degree. And so that's kind of why I majored in that, because just like so many different things, I like to learn. I love knowledge. I can even have a focus in religion. I did some religious studies with that degree. So it's just a lot of stuff that I could do with it. But I was recently accepted to get my master's. And so I'll start my master's program this fall in administration leadership. It took me, y'all, 19 years to finish. I graduated high school in 2004. And in 2023, I got my degree. That's a whole other story, maybe another video. We're gonna talk about what that looks like going back to school with not just one child, 2 children, 3 or 4, with 5 children as a single mom. Yes, I am a single mother now. While I was away from YouTube, I got a divorce. It's not something that I'm like surprised, ta-da, like it's a good thing, but it has been a life-changing thing. And I, just like everything else that I've experienced, I have learned how to use that experience for good. As a believer in Jesus, like part of my faith, there's a scripture that says all things, Romans 8:28, all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and have been called according to his purpose. Like all things. And I've been sticking with that lately. Like Not just the good stuff work for our good. The stuff that's kind of the stuff that we want to hide, that we don't want anybody to know, those things work for our good as well. And if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, go after the video and follow me on Instagram. But if you follow me on Instagram, you know that my captions are so real. Like, I try to be as real and authentic as I possibly can be, because we're living in a world of just content creation where everybody wants to create the perfect content. And while I'm pretty sure the video looks great, you know, shout out to my videographer, and it's going to be edited great, I still want the content, the things that I'm talking about, to be as genuine and authentic as I possibly can be. So yeah, we'll get into my divorce. We'll get into that a little bit. Just talk about how to navigate co-parenting, what that looks like for me. I've been doing a little bit of TV, been featured on some TV here in Houston on the Isaiah Factor, been a panelist on there, and that is leading me into what I really am passionate about. And that's just, again, speaking, sharing my story. I've been speaking at schools, educating young kids about health and wellness and what that looks like. And it's just what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about young people, but more importantly, I am passionate about seeing them be their most authentic selves. Whether I'm talking to a lady in her seasoned years or a young child, I want women and just people in general to start being their most authentic selves. And I think one of the best ways to do that is that for those of us that have a bigger platform, if we start being more genuine and authentic, I think that other people would as well. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not crazy because I really do love my children, but I don't like them right now. There's nothing wrong with me because I really love what I do for a living. I love my job, but I don't want to go. Like, we need to be more authentic. And so that's kind of what I want to do, is share my story and be as authentic as I possibly can be. So, of course, being gone for a couple of years, I have evolved into a better, I would like to say, more improved, more wiser version of myself. And so along the way, there's some things that I've learned, some takeaways that I've learned during my time away from you guys. And one of the biggest things I could say I learned was perfection is not the goal. Just, I went ahead and threw that out the window. I am learning to accept myself, flaws and all. Whatever that looks like, I'm in it. I've also taken away the fact that everybody probably won't like the choices and decisions that I make. There's a lot of choices and decisions that I've made over the past couple of years that have been for what's best for me and my five. And a lot of people are taken aback by those choices. Some people have comments, especially in the religious world. Some people have their own point of views. And here I am still standing. One of my favorite things, and y'all are going to hear me say this a lot, one of my favorite things that my therapist tells me all the time is, listen, when you start making decisions for yourself, you're going to realize people are going to be okay. And so will you. And one day when I started making decisions for myself, the decisions that I knew that they wouldn't agree with, I realized something. They're still alive and they're okay. And so am I. And life goes on. When I make decisions for myself, life goes on. So I've just kind of learned that everybody won't like my choices and decisions, and that is totally okay. And along the way, I've learned to listen to my inner voice. There is something on the inside of me that knows what I want, that knows the message that I'm trying to get across, that knows what's best for me. And I have to trust that. I have to learn how to trust myself. And the only way you learn how to trust yourself is by putting yourself or being put in these situations where you're unsure and having to make these gutsy decisions on, instantly making these decisions. And so along the way, I've kind of learned how to trust myself so much more, to know that I got this. So a really good question might be, why am I returning to YouTube now? It's been a couple of years. Why am I coming back now? Well, for one, I think that I want to come back so that I can share a wealth of information that I've gained. And because there's so many people that reach out to me on social media that tell me how much I inspire them, that tell me how much my story has helped change their lives. And I'm like, listen, I want you to know the in-between to the story. There's like so much that I don't get to share on Instagram or on Facebook or on TikTok. And I want to be able to share all of this information with you in a place where I don't feel like I have to rush, where it's 60 seconds, or if it's a 90-second video, or it's a certain amount of characters. I want to be able to give you my real authentic self. And so that's one of the main reasons why I decided to come back. And also, just I feel like purpose is so important, to know what you've been created for. And I've been created to serve and to be a blessing to others and to share my journey. There's a scripture that says that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So it is because of what Jesus did for us, but also because of the testimony that we share, that we are constantly overcoming. And the Lord knows there's some stuff that I have overcome. So that is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to share my story. And really, you know, Instagram has become this thing where it's got to be perfect, and the algorithm is all thrown off. There are some days with 25,000 followers, I might get like 100 people to view my post. And at one point it got really discouraging. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, there's no reason to post because nobody's seeing my story. So I decided to get back on so that I know people are really viewing my story. But more importantly, I had to understand that even if one person saw that story, that it was the right person. And that's what I want. I want the right people who are supposed to be viewing my content. So what can you expect from my YouTube now? A whole lot of real, a whole lot of raw, a lot of Jesus, a lot of faith, a lot of parenting hacks and parenting tips that I've learned. The biggest is probably going to be some health and wellness. I am still on my fitness journey. I'm still trying to keep my tail in the gym. So you're going to see a lot of that and just a lot of me. I hope, you know, that is okay with you to see a lot of me, but you're going to get a lot of me because I really just want you to see who I really am as a mom, as a sister, as a friend, as a co-parent, as a daughter, an employee, you know, a boss, owning a couple businesses. Like, I want you to be able to see all of those sides of me. So hopefully you'll stick around. I know you'll stick around. I know you'll subscribe, and you'll share my story as I share my journey with you. And let's just see where this takes us the next couple of videos. I know that I look forward to hearing back from you guys, letting me know what you want to see. So if you want to leave something in the comments, if you have a question that you want me to answer, or if you are interested in any other topics that I didn't mention, let me know. I forgot to also mention, of course, I'm going to talk about the transplant. That is always a big one that people want to hear about. So if I missed something and you want to know about it, yes, we're going to talk about the divorce. Let me know so we can talk together, and leave a comment. I always reply to the comments as best as I can because I want you to talk to me. I don't just want to talk to you. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you like and what you want to see more of. So leave me a comment and let me know what you think about my return. And I can't wait to talk to you guys in the future.